What is up, wrestling fans? Welcome to a live pay-per-view-point edition of the Smark Moment Snack Talk podcast. It's WrestleMania Backlash, and we decided, fuck it, let's do it live. We're doing a watch-along for the first time ever when a live pay-per-view is happening. We are currently on the then-now kind of thing. Tony Mango, got with me Robert DeFelice.
Hey, I'm working, I'm talking, I'm writing.
I got all that stuff going on too. How many tabs you got open?
I have like 3 web browsers open with multiple tabs.
I have it on Peacock on my TV. I have it on my second monitor, which is a TV. I have OBS. I have the live chat, which I see Chris and Ben and Guest 5 are on. I have Facebook for the live chat on Mega Maniacs. I have the Smark Moment live results. I have the e-wrestling news live reactions. I've got Skype. I've got Notepad++. I've got 3 tabs on Photoshop.
All right, let me see here. I've got 4 tabs on this Chrome window. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 9 tabs on that Chrome. So 13 Chrome windows.
Yeah.
Got the Firefox window that has the pay-per-view up because Tony is a wonderful person who taught me that Firefox saves screenshots. I've got Slack open. I've got Photoshop open myself. I've got Skype open. Listen, we're here. We're live. I really wanted to watch the show with Tony because today sucked. So I said, let's just watch the show together because nobody's excited. But we're watching alone and hate it even more.
Yeah, today has been one of those annoying kind of days. Happy Mother's Day to the moms that are out there. But I mean, it's been a little frustrating. So maybe this will be something that makes it a little bit better for everybody involved. I hope that you guys all enjoy this, who are watching this alive along with us. I realized when I was making the updated graphics on this that I wasn't sure if it was watch along as one word, watch along hyphenated, or watch along as 2 words. And I found out it's all 3.
By Denise Salcedo, watch along as 1 word.
All 3 apparently are all over the place. So I was like, I kind of like it better watch along. And I'm going to do it that way. I think I might even have it in the description as 1 word. I don't know. Whatever it is. It's a watch along if we look at it that way.
Cha-cha-cha.
This intro is trying its hardest to make it seem like this is some kind of epic show,
bro.
Yeah, we're 3 minutes
cut
in
into the signature, and they're still going.
Yeah. Now, supposedly the lineup is Cody against Seth at first, then Lashley, Omos, Styles, and Edge. The I Quit match, Corbin, Omos.
They didn't give you the full rundown, did they?
Mm-hmm. Oh, I mean, according to a supposed leak. Rhodes, Rollins, Lashley, Omos, Styles, Edge.
Terrible. That's probably from him.
Yep. Where do you think it's from? The only place that can break that kind of news. And it'll end with the 6-man tag.
All right, sure. Sean Ross Sapp is good for those things. Let's go.
I hate that the 2 feeds that I have this on, the TV one, which you would think would be the one that would be the better one, is about seemingly 10 seconds behind. Maybe even more.
Hold on, I gotta check. Excellent. Bliss's Instagram story. I almost said her first name, but that would have triggered
the echo.
Yeah. Let's not do that. So, like, are you excited? Oh, I know you are not excited, but like, are you? Does this help you?
Doing it live?
Yeah.
I mean, it's gonna keep me from hating it a little bit, I guess, because we'll have fun making fun of things and stuff. But outside of the people in the live chat with us and us shooting the shit, I'm imagining I'm not going to enjoy this much. This is probably going to be a good waste of time.
Okay, it's just she's literally wearing sunglasses and just looks bored and says current mood. Yeah.
Who does? Bliss?
Bliss. Yeah.
I don't blame her.
She needs it. I'm ready for her now.
Yeah, so we definitely are starting with Cody and Seth.
How do you feel about that philosophy?
I mean, on a show like this, it's all rematches. It doesn't matter. They could have started with almost
I disagree
anything.
with that. I think starting with the one thing that like people want to see just means cool. We can turn it off. Maybe people will tune in for the first match and then just leave. You know, like people aren't excited about this show.
Let's catch up on this live chat. Can't wait for all the knuckle draggers with their "Hey, this isn't the pay-per-view" comments. Yeah, I really hope that's not the happens. Rematches. Get your
What do you call them? The herders?
Yeah, the herders. This is the pay-per-view. Marquise, rematches. Get your month-old stale rematches here. Hot tags. I'm doing Bath is watch along without watching. This should be an interesting experiment. Bath? What the fuck? That's not what I typed in YouTube.
Okay,
I was curious about that. I'm like, what are you saying? That you're taking a bath right now?
I was in the shower, full disclosure, for Bray Wyatt's last match.
Yeah.
I jumped in the shower when they were getting set because I'm like, the entrances will be 10 minutes and the match will be 20. And then I wasn't even done with the shower by the time Bray Wyatt was gone.
Yeah.
like
That's where I got ahead of you. I'm not taking a shower today.
Well, there you go.
Because I didn't yet, and I'm not going to get a chance to until...
She likes the way you smell. That's all you need.
I got our sponsors. You guys should get that out of the way now. I'll talk about that later.
Well, we'll talk about that when Peacock is doing a commercial break.
Yeah, we'll do something like that. Bodine's in the chat. What's up, Bodine?
Bodine!
Imagine doing a predictions contest and the loser has to get a Cody neck tattoo. Yeah, it's not going to happen.
At this point, it's looking like Callum's getting a tattoo then.
How much is he down? 125 or something?
He's down 125. Poor guy.
I'm down 2 people got released. You haven't gotten anybody.
That's right, baby.
Although Roman Reigns is like, hey, I might not be around forever.
Yo, let's talk about that. Why are they doing that? Why is Roman Reigns just like, I don't know if I'll ever come back to Trenton?
As somebody who doesn't live far from Trenton, I mean, I don't blame him.
I was gonna ask you too, like, as a New Jersian, what does that make you feel like? Like, you telling me
it's
you're
Trenton.
not coming to New Jersey, then you're not doing any shows, pal.
Yeah.
They treat New Jersey like it's New York.
Oh, it totally is, right? If it's my area, it's Philly. If it's the upper part of New Jersey, it's New Jersey / New York. You know? Hollywood's calling. They're like, hey, can you do a guest appearance on Young Rock? And the set is exactly the same as what it normally is, so nothing special there. Not at all surprised.
I really like...
He's literally wearing even the same outfit from WrestleMania.
Oh shit, he really is.
God damn, they can't even make the outfits different this time.
Really? Why is he wearing the same clothes? I hate these arena names.
What was this, the Dunkin' Donuts Arena or something?
Mm-hmm.
If you're gonna call it the Dunkin' Donuts Arena, make it one of those things where maybe you have like a donut for each person in the seat. You know, make it like an Oprah thing. You get a donut. You get a donut.
Yeah, everybody gets a donut.
At least a munchkin.
Providence's favorite thing.
Give him a munchkin at least. You know. What's your go-to? I got a feeling we're gonna do a lot of snack talk on this because there's not else.
A bow tie.
Bow tie.
Honestly, because it's like a glazed donut, but it's just you just get more. It's like a spiral.
I
had a meatball sub. Real good. I ate good yesterday though, man. I had some good waffles. I had some good pizza.
I thought you was, when you mentioned it, I thought you were eating pizza and waffles at the same time.
No. Oh my god, can you imagine?
I'll tell you what though, if you take an old piece of pizza that was like in the refrigerator and you put it in a waffle iron, you can make a turner over out of it. Works. Take a little Panzerotti.
Yeah.
I will say this as far as the two streams that I have going on, the one with the computer and the one with the TV. The TV one, despite being on like a 10, 15 second delay, picture is a lot better. The computer one's a little laggy. Then again, that's maybe because I got so much shit on there.
Did they get rid of the Cody Vader but add an extra burst of pyro? Like, hey, dude, we don't want to do the elevator, but like, we'll give you more pyro.
I didn't check out the pyro when it was. Here's some more. Yeah. And the elevator thing's probably a lot harder to do, so. Let's see what's on the chat. Maybe I'm in the minority, but I really like Cody's neck tat. Really? Huh.
I like the logo.
The logo is cool, but I wouldn't
advise
put it...
that anybody not named like Malachi Black or, you know, something like that put a tattoo on their neck.
Yeah. If he would have gotten it on like the other side of his chest or something, I think that would have worked out. You remember those promos we showed you earlier on the pre-show? Well, they're back in POG form. I had a meatball sub, Robert D. Big takeaway from this event.
There's your breaking news for, you know, fucking whatever. What are those news sites? Fightful Writer eats meatball sub. He did.
It could be a matter of being cheap for the Cody Vader. I think it's more of a practical setup thing. It's probably too hard to get that going.
Hey, the Fiend is here. There's a kid in the crowd, just like Bray Wyatt.
As a kid, I was instinctively looking for like a big adult with that on.
No. There's a kid with the full dreads and the mask.
By the way, everybody listening, can you hear the pay-per-view in the background? Because if it is, I need to mute it. I don't think that it goes through with the setup that I have, but I just want to play it safe as far as copyright. So if you can hear any kind of like the bell rings or something right then, let me know.
Hey, Tony, name that ref.
Charles. You told me to name him.
I couldn't even name him.
Not to say what his actual name is. I'm just naming him. He's Charles Wilmington. Actually, better off he's not Charles, because that would be mixing it up with Robinson. He's Charles.
How much effort did you put into that, Tony?
0. About as much effort as they put in the Backlash. Far back to when I drunk Cody's theme drunk as fuck at my 21st in front of my parents and family. Whoa! Cody's having drinks now.
Whoa! There goes Cody Rhodes.
I can't hear it either. Then again, I have my stream muted as well, so I can listen to the soothing tones of Tony and Rob. Should we also make this an experimental thing and do the show that I've been saying for practically 10 years that I've been teasing of, hey, everybody, we're going to do another episode of the Smack Talk podcast. We're going to take it nice and slow and just talk about things as if it's a smooth jazz. Be the tamest fucking watch along ever. Just... Oh, and he decided to jump up over there, and Seth Rollins going for a pinfall, but he's not going to get it.
He kicked down and won. All right, and Seth is clapping. He's pretty happy. He's a pretty kooky cat, that Seth Rollins. Mr. Mango, how are you?
Oh, I should do it. It's a baseball voice thing. It's yeah, there's Adnan Burke. Just it would kind of sound like a golf broadcast. That's true. Just he's gonna go and hit it there. It's a little bit windy today, but hopefully he can
Seth Rollins get the right go behind, and Cody with another go behind, and
get the right wedge. I don't know anything about golf. The only reason I know wedge is something is from the Simpsons joke, the open face club, the sand wedge, and he's like, open face club sandwich. Maybe throw a little
I'm
Adnan Verk in
Carmella.
there, and we're going to go over our sponsors, Ballpark Hot Dogs here. Almost had a hot dog today, decided not to, because I figured, what the hell, it's not good for my health. And again, my answer to what do I eat instead of a hot dog to be a little bit healthier, I decided, fuck it, I'm out of time. I don't really want to do anything else. I'm just going to get some frosted mini wheats and eat those. So not really the best decision otherwise. After this match, it might as well be the post show. Man, we would be so lucky. I guess technically speaking, if we end up talking a few minutes afterward, like we go, you know,
a little bit afterwards,
then it'll have transitioned into a post show. Right to the jaw. I can't really do a Jimmy Smith yet.
He just sounds like Joe Rogan. Just do Joe Rogan.
Hey, you know anything about this kind of drug, that kind of drug? There you go. It's a Joe Rogan.
Beer's not a factory.
That'll be the thing that gets me copyright, right? Me humming the Fear Factor theme. I don't like when people do clotheslines where they spin the person around when they're the same exact height and build.
One person can do that, and that's Rikishi. He's allowed to spin because he always spins. He's obnoxious.
Yeah, like, you gotta be bigger. Considerably bigger. Some guy like Veer makes a guy who's a jobber do that. Yeah, that's cool. Seth and Cody are the same. Oh, I forgot to mute my phone. Stop the Snapchat from going on. Actually, let me see what my bud Tony is sending me.
Tony, are you Snapchatting yourself?
So he has a screen going, two screens going on, looks like at a bar. NBA and WrestleMania.
Yeah, you just clarified why they call it WrestleMania Backlash.
Why? Because I didn't bother to say Backlash?
You didn't say Backlash. What'd you say? You said WrestleMania.
Yeah, I'm lazy. I feel like I shouldn't put any effort into this tonight. Outside
That's
of when...
I would say Backlash, not WrestleMania.
Mamma Mia, he hit it in the goal for the Eagle. He wins the PGA Championship. Get Mauro Ranallo on that. That'd be great. Yeah.
Mamma Mia, I got a birdie into the hole.
Mauro Ranallo watching some Tiger Woods goes and he just does like a tiny little putt. You just hear like,
Mama.
and then like from people clapping and he's like, "Hey, it's en fuego."
This tiger cannot be tamed.
Yeah.
I miss Mauro Ranallo.
Yeah. Tiger with that putt is out of the woods and he's into the championship.
I know, right around the time that people started turning on the black and gold, they started turning on Mauro. But I think that, especially looking back on it, that energy is missed.
I mean, in my ideal ultimate kind of lineup sort of thing, Mauro is definitely in the mix. I think Mauro's doing just like freelance work. I think he does like do like a random boxing thing here and there and stuff. I don't know for sure. I don't follow any of the other sports. So. Oh, the Bellator? That's what he's doing? Okay. Whoa, Cody Rhodes. I should probably write out who wins these matches already.
Well, this is one of the ones that we had in question because now Callum was like, "Yeah, I think Seth will win." I
This
can't
is
imagine Cody losing.
this is what I typically do. Everyone that wants to know, I usually during the match on at least a Smark out moment, since I don't update it until after the match is over. Right now, I've got written down result: Cody Rhodes won by pinfall. So that way, when that happens, I can hit update immediately and then fill out the thoughts section. And I'll admit, when I get that wrong, sometimes I'm like, oh, I gotta type Seth instead of Cody. Yeah. But ultimately, that's just an easier way of doing it.
Same.
Is it raining or is one typing? I was just typing right then. You're gonna hear me type here and there.
I was also typing. You're gonna hear typing.
Yeah.
We're both working.
This is the Backlash during show. So. But Dean, Corey Graves doing golf, and he gets it in the hole just like me and my beautiful wife Carmela, because we are together. Yeah. Can you blame him though?
Listen, I mean,
golf,
you're no slouch yourself there, Tony.
Talking about golf.
Everybody's having 2 honeymoons.
What's the movie? I'm gonna give you a quote. Nice honeymoon.
Oh my god. It's Dalton, but it's not one of the. It's not the first one. It's License to Kill.
Damn right. Extra bonus points if you know who says it.
It's the lackey for the main villain. I'm forgetting his name right now. But
yeah, the actor.
Ooh. He went on to actually be quite the actor, didn't he?
Benicio del Toro. Yeah, like with some. No, Benicio del Toro. And he plays Dario.
There was a name there that sounded like it could have been Leguizamo.
I'm surprised he didn't go with Guillermo del Toro.
Cruz del Toro, got it.
There's a place in New York called Del Toro's, and we went by there one time, and I pointed it out to Caroline, because this is what I do, because I'm fucking annoying as all hell. I was just kind of like, oh, you know who owns that place? She's like, wait, what, who? Like, who owns it? Like, just assuming that I have any idea, because, you know, you got to sell it. I'm like, oh, Benicio and Guillermo. And after a couple seconds, she's just like, I hate you. Like, just... That's the type of shit that I do constantly. And she's just like, this isn't funny. I laughed, you know.
Yeah, dude, License to Kill was great. I still think about the Airhead death regularly.
So everybody who's in the live chat right now, how many people checked out the Refutable Kill series? We mention it here and there all the time, but I don't really have a good idea of who was interested enough in the Bond series to kind of go on that journey with us. Let me know. We got a slap fest going on.
License to Kill, one of the best movies, one of the worst songs. I'm glad it's not it for me, man.
I disagree. Still love that song.
I mean, it's a great theme song for Cesaro.
For Marquise and Chris, I definitely recommend if you're interested. I mean, Dr. No is a hard one to start off with, but
listen, you don't worry about the movies. All right, worry about us reviewing them and Callum saying things like Bushfire, and that just
Bushfire was a great moment. Yeah, if you are interested in potentially checking out the Bond series, definitely consider giving it a watch. Listen to the episode 000 that we did, and then watch Dr. No, listen to the Dr. No podcast, that kind of thing. I don't spoil anything for the future movies as we go along, so you don't got to worry about me being like, and this character dies in this movie, and you know, like that kind of thing. But
I'll give you a spoiler though. Last Jedi sucks.
Yeah.
Actually, John Alba of Ad Free Shows tweeted out his Star Wars rankings, and Last Jedi was number 4.
See, so many people like it because they're like, oh, I want to be different. I want to embrace it being this kind of it tried to do something obscure and change everything up. And it's like, you just like change for the sake of it. You don't like the movie. Come on, admit it. What's your favorite part about Phasma? And then they go, and then, yep, there you go.
See, he said he was very open about it. I wanted to like tag you, but I was like, I don't know if I had the time to have Tony get into a whole rant on Star Wars with John Alba. But I did want to actually hear him defend the movie because most of my exposure to this movie at this point is you saying it sucked. I haven't seen it in so long that I just go, yeah, Last Jedi.
I thought about giving it a second watch. And I was just like, I don't think I can. Like, I don't think I'm going to get through it. You know?
I'll watch it with you. We should do that.
Pick your poison. Patreon.
It's a fine match.
It's nothing special.
But doesn't that suck?
What, that it's nothing special, or that nothing like that a good match is?
It's a really good match, but it's just like, yeah, but this is status quo at this point. Like
and that's what we talked about this beforehand, though. It was like, yeah, you know, there's a good chance that at least these matches are decent.
Like I was telling you earlier how, for me, I'm really sick of like, well, you know what to expect. Oh shit, he's gonna do it.
I didn't check out the Stone Cold podcast yet. Did you?
No, it's 2 hours long. I will at some point. I'll check it out when I'm like off. Maybe when I'm off.
Maybe I'll do that when I'm trying to go to sleep tonight. tonight. So that's not gonna happen at 7 a.m.
Good night.
Oh, the tan hat, green shirt guys in the front row again. He pops up on AEW and WWE. We gotta figure out who the fuck he knows. Haven't seen Simon in a while, though. AKA Tall Lisa. That's got a "This is awesome" chant.
Going downhill. Going downhill. Because it's all downhill from here, baby. So I watched Bayley and Bianca from Backlash last year today because it was on, and I was like, okay, I'll look at it. Them piping the chants in for the Thunderdome was super weird. Like, now that we're far removed from it, I'm like, why would you ever do this?
That was close.
That was a good near fall. Good near fall.
I love when they show like a shot of the crowd and people are like slapping their championship title belts as if they did something.
Tony, this is the one brief moment of happiness that they have. Don't fuck it up for them.
Too bad. Are we 10 seconds ahead? Or are you, Bodine, if you're watching it on your app,
Tony's probably
TV.
A little bit.
Well, right now, here, let's just get this sync up because we have the whole, our feed technically is a couple seconds feed. Seth jumps now, lands, kick.
Yeah, you're like 7 seconds ahead of me, but I just expect it.
You're watching it on the TV though, right?
I'm watching it on the computer, actually.
Oh, that's weird.
But it probably took a little bit of bleed in from the pre-show. What is he doing? Does he usually go to the top? Oh no, he's gonna get Falcon Arrowed. Yep.
Superplex just happened on the one screen, and on the other screen, I'll tell you when that happens. This is my delay.
Oh, that was cool. Okay, that was cool.
And on the second screen, the superplex is about to land right now. So that's how far the two streams are from me. That's all. Why is that like so crazy? Where I got a 10-second or something delay on my own. Then there's a delay on you. Then there's a delay on this. By the way, Happy Corbin just beat Madcap Moss. Jinder Mahal turned babyface.
What the hell?
Yeah, Bodine mentions he's like, I'm
Every
on
time
I'm
that
on TV, but I'm
anyone
on the other
makes
side of the
actually gets
world
on the
with
show.
meh Wi-Fi. What direction do your toilet seats or does your toilet flush? I mean,
Bodine, is this a knife or a spoon? I see you played knife and spoony before.
I got 2 tickets to TNA. I couldn't give them. Who sang this outro? Oh man, that it feels like a Kalen.
I've got 2 tickets to DNA. Is that what we're going for here?
I'm gonna guess Kalen did that one.
I'm glad that I don't do those. I mean, like, if you're around enough, especially when we were doing the hot tags at like 1 a.m., you'll get a delirious me just saying whatever.
That was a good era, though. You got pedigree.
Cody's gonna lose to the pedigree.
Nah. It was Wago. Huh. Wouldn't have pictured Wago doing that one. I would have thought my second guess would have been Payton. The fact that you didn't say, I've got 2 tickets to TNA. Yeah, guys. Then I was like, okay, it's not true.
Speaking of Drew, you know what, Tony?
Hmm?
This is a match.
Yeah, this is a match. Drew, why aren't you listening? Tell me, even though you couldn't be able to hear that.
It's a good match. Like, all joking aside, this is a really good match.
Yeah, it's a good match. It's just nothing that you can't miss, you know? Don't even touch my shoes.
He touched a shoe. That's right. Small package. Okay, or just get.
Might have to ask Brandy about that. So you think it's going to be a small package coming up?
I thought so, but now that he's on his feet, maybe not.
They're standing in a position where that's a possibility, but
Oh.
is he going to be hulking up kind of thing?
No, he's doing Dusty. Come on, you know what's coming. It's your dad's moves.
Okay, he's going to do the elbow.
He's going to get blocked.
Nope, there you go. Crossroads. We're going to deal with the 3 again? No, okay.
Well, good. He saw it coming because he experienced it already. Vertebreaker or Din's Fire. Oh, fuck. Oh, God.
Cody with the tights getting a win.
Told you. Didn't I tell you it'd be a roll up?
Huh.
Yeah. That's the second Cody Rhodes pay-per-view in the books. How do you feel?
I'm down with Cody being the way that he is.
Oh, God. Is he going to harp on the referee for the next month?
Probably. That way you get a 3rd match, you know?
If somebody pulls your pants and you're not leaning on them, can they not still kick out?
Yeah. Maybe it's the type of thing where it's like it's psychological more than anything else.
Hear the crowd. Hear the crowd. Hear the crowd.
What's that if Motorhead was singing it?
It was.
It's all about the game and how you play. It's all about the game.
I think
and
Lemmy
if you can
just liked
play
to
it.
fuck with people. I think he knew the words and he's just like, say whatever I want. Look at you.
They're like, hey, just to double check, do you know the lyrics ahead of this time? And he's like, yeah, I know. It's all about the game and how you play it, so on and so forth. They're like,
Hey,
oh,
Tony,
okay.
remember the time that Bobby Lashley got married to Lana and his eyebrow ended up on her face?
Yeah, I remember Caroline putting that out.
You think he has any other grooming issues?
Oh, if he does, I got a thing in mind that he might be interested in. It's called the Patreon. No, he should, more than anything else, check out our sponsors for all these things that we do here. Manscaped. You guys know the score by now. Go to manscaped.com, use promo code SMARK, get 20% off and free shipping on everything that we got on there. We have been trying every single one of their products. You've been checking out the videos that I've had recently where Caroline and I were having like a little unboxing for that. I just used the deodorant earlier today.
I literally have the deodorant right by my desk at all times because it's Florida. It gets a little sweaty, and you can always apply deodorant, folks. You don't have to smell ever.
100% recommend them. 100% recommend the Lawnmower 4.0. Easily the best out of all the trimmer things that I have used in that regard. I mean, there's no question about that. So, you know, we got our recommendations and everything. And if you're interested in picking that up, you got the promo code. Get your 20% off and free shipping. Use that promo code SMARK. That way they know that we sent you their way. And thanks to Manscaped for giving us this little bit of time that we can promote that stuff.
Now, are you a woodsy guy? Like, if you buy colognes, which I don't know if you do frequently, like, do you go for the woodsy scent?
I don't. I haven't bought cologne. You know, I don't remember the last time I bought cologne. I have like a couple things of cologne that it was just sort of like, all right, well, I got another thing and that's going to last practically forever and all that. Of course, now I can't use the Manscaped one since it broke, as I mentioned before.
They legitimately do last quite a while.
Yeah, because, I mean, you're not using it all the time, so it's not like it's deodorant where, you know, you get a little body spray and use that all that much, but...
I'm quite the cologne guy, just because, like, if I am going to go out, I'm very, like... want to smell as good as humanly possible.
Like, putting in the chat, adrenaline in my soul, the tights were grabbed by Cody Rhodes. Carlito or Epico?
Always Carlito.
Is this just like a this or that kind of thing? Or was this a reference to something we just said and I already lost track of it?
No, this has to be a this or that.
I mean, then there's no question. Carlito. So we are going to go with Lashley and Omos next, which means that this lineup seems pretty solid of the...
FightfulSelect.com, folks. Sean Rossap does his work.
Breaking the news, because WWE doesn't want to anymore.
Bro, don't get me started. You know that that's legitimately something that, like, I openly speak out against, because I think that that's so wrong.
Mm-hmm. Earlier today, somebody left a comment. Sorry, I don't remember exactly who it was. Saying, hey, is Levi Muir an actual, like, contracted person, or is he just a freelancer? And I was like, I have no fucking idea. Because they don't bother.
Was he NXT UK?
Yeah.
I couldn't tell you a damn thing about those people.
Oh, god damn it. Guess 5. Carlito Replica with the colognes. Right over my fucking head.
Yeah.
God, I'm telling you today.
It's still Carlito. You know why?
Now, if it's a slap of wet bread, what kind of bread are we talking about? Almost. I almost care about this match.
I think
but
they
I don't.
made... Honestly, I was down for this match at Mania. I think they should have left it there.
I wasn't even interested for it at Mania.
Yeah, but you were just crabby going into Mania.
No, I was like, yeah, there's like 2 or 3 matches that are interesting.
You were like, they're not going to do Austin versus Owens. Which, by the way, thank you. You proved that you can do something right.
I am all for proving myself wrong if I am doubting something and, you know, then to be good.
Doctor Strange. He went with the ring announcer that we just heard there, Mike Rome.
What happened with that?
They went to go see Doctor Strange.
Oh. Good
Give
movie.
a thumbs up.
I see more than
Give a
one
thumbs
I
up.
paid to see live type signs in the crowd, which is something that on Raw they decided to take away. I don't know why.
Because now, didn't she like straight up say, "I'm sorry they did that. I'll buy you tickets to the next one"?
No, I mean, I don't know why they took the sign away. I know why these people are like, yeah, there's a live for Raw kind of thing.
Probably because they're like,
they all think that
we're
she's
not
gonna get the
pushing
tickets.
her. Don't ruin this.
That's so dumb. I hate that kind of micromanaging. Somebody in the crowd has a March Madness t-shirt on. Hate to tell you, pal, but it's May.
Who did the adrenaline in my soul comment?
Bodine.
All right, well that's making it in my article, bud, because that's my lead-in for this Cody Rhodes one.
First, Goldberg said he's going to kill Bobby. Now Omos basically said he's going to put Bobby in a wheelchair. On a long enough timeline. Is he getting new music? Oh, no. They're just giving him the narcissist beginning. Boom, boom, boom.
Why?
Boom.
Can I ask you, like, seriously, why? Isn't this more of a heel thing?
Yeah, it really should have been when he was champion.
Look at me on my pedestal. Isn't that more of a heel move?
Yeah. But Cody Rhodes just won with holding the tights, so.
I still love that. I think that was one of the better COVID AR things that they did.
I honestly don't think that there's a single AR thing that I like.
I think that would be the only one for me.
I can tell you my least favorite, though. I don't understand why there are robots.
Oh, yeah. I understand why there was the progressive robot. I don't know why there's one for Raw.
USA is like, hey, I want a robot.
Because remember, Fox had the robot when they were doing the draft. They're just like, yeah. Hey, he's not almighty. He's almighty. You understand what I mean by that? Like, it's not the one word almighty. He's almighty.
The almighty. Yeah. Not like almighty Thor.
Like, that's clever, but still, like.
It took me a little while to get used to that. I was referring to him as the Almighty instead of the Almighty for like 2 or 3 articles or something, I think.
I call that referee eyebrows ref because he's got very nice eyebrows. They stick out, and he's just eyebrows.
At this point, I couldn't tell you the names of almost any of the referees, even though I know some of the names. Like I know Dallas Irvin is a name, but I don't know who he's using that name.
I know Jessica Carr.
Yeah, Jessica Carr. I did know Blair Baldwin, but Chloe Christmas isn't around anymore.
Daphne LaShawn / Aja Smith.
That's right, Daphne LaShawn is her name. Obviously, of course, we know John Cone and Charles Robinson. We've established earlier in the night the other one was Charles.
Hold on. That referee was telling MVP to get down for quite a while, so Lashley was either supposed to hit those ropes a while ago, or I don't know what happened there, but that felt weird.
Yeah. All right, Bodine, you like Charles Robinson and Jessica Carr. Impromptu Smark's choice. One of them has to disappear forever. Who?
Bro, come on.
I'm choosing violence today.
I guess, like, you lose Robinson, you lose more iconic moments, but I don't want to just wipe Jessica Carr off the face of the earth.
Smark's choice. She didn't want to pick her baby. Yeah. She being Sophie, that's the whole thing. Didn't watch that movie, though.
I don't know why that tickles me. Just like,
I know the scene that's important. Didn't feel like I needed to watch the rest of the movie.
Hey, Tony, is it Luke, I am your father? Or Leia, I am your.
I hope Kenobi is good.
That's next month, right?
I think so. I don't know. I'm clocked more into Stranger Things right now. I finished
When is that?
Ozark the other day. I am not going to say anything, but for people that are fans of Ozark, I felt sad afterward. But yeah, Stranger Things comes out, I think, like May 20th or something.
Oh, it's this month?
I think so.
Shut up. That's exciting.
Been rewatching all the previous seasons. Show's so good. Omos is, I mean, he's improving. He's no Undertaker or anything, but he's improving. Then again, to be fair, Undertaker didn't start having some great matches until a couple of years into his career, so. No, Simba, I am your father. This is CNN. Guys, come on. I'm trying to say goodbye to Lisa. We're sorry. May 19th? That's such a random ass promo. Yeah, May 19th? How about that? Whatever. Stranger Things comes back the 27th.
That's exciting, dude.
Bodie. Bobby Lashley in Australia, the Vegemite. I've not had Vegemite, but I've assumed that I would think it was disgusting.
So I'll ask you afterwards. I was gonna ask you what the saddest thing about Ozark was, but I'll ask you after.
Were you watching the show? Or?
Yeah, it's one of those things that I kind of got roped into because other people were watching around me.
I'm not gonna spoil anything for you then.
I was like, all right, I guess I'm watching this now. Are they really punking out Omos again, bro? Like, he's 7 foot tall.
And I hear that it's quite hard to teach that.
You can't.
He's using the cane as like to pry it open.
Get out of the fucking ropes, bro. And then Omos is gonna grab the cane, or just.
I like how in the chat, and you can't teach, damn it, Tony, you dick. I was typing that out for fuck's sake. Gotcha. Way quicker on the draw than that.
Hey, you know what was cool at The Undertaker?
When he was good.
He didn't lose for like a year or two.
Moss is down, but I don't think he's losing this. And that's where I get it. Nope.
All right, I was gonna, because the referee looked like he was about to call it, and I was like, man, if he loses.
No, I mean, I already have written out Omos wins by pinfall. So I am fully in the camp of that's probably what's going to happen. Just a sign in the crowd. Providence acknowledges. Assuming it's just the bloodline. Out of their way to make it multicolored and everything to stand out, and that's all you have to say. It should say smarkonmoment.com. You should be part of the Sign Me Up initiative.
Thanks to Peter Pacini for keeping that alive.
Yeah. Shout out to Peter.
What do you think Callum's doing right now?
Enjoying his time.
You think he's riding a stallion?
He's cowboy. For the PG crowd, Marquise is saying that this match is 3 scoops of chocolate ice cream.
I remember when that emoji first came out, and I was like, "Well, it's got to be ice cream. There's no way they're saying poop." And now it's like, I don't even think that it was poop, but it is now. You know, like
That was poop from the start.
It was ice cream. You heathen.
Got a knee to the face.
Oh God, those things sound gross, man. So here's my problem with this, bro. Why does Omos need everything under the sun to be the guy?
Mm-hmm. Omos wins by pinfall.
Pop quiz, where did MVP hit Lashley?
Actually, I forgot already.
In the eye.
That's how fast I'm like, okay. I'm deleting things from my brain.
Yeah, that's why I was like,
I know he hit him like somewhere in the face, but I didn't know if he hit him in the neck or.
Jesus, Tony, pay attention to the show.
I'm doing my best.
God. Be a good fan.
Yeah. Everything is great and perfect the way that it is. There you go.
That's right. Thank you.
But Dean says, March, we're out of strawberry and vanilla ice cream emojis. It's a great moment. Oh, I hate it when this, when WordPress doesn't work right. Come on.
What are you trying to do?
Post an update. I got a gateway timeout, error 504. Oh, if anybody asks why I didn't update that sooner. Hey, not my fault. Cloudflare.
Now that's for e-wrestling news, right?
Yep. Now it's up. Okay, good. Kneel to the steel.
That's fine.
So they're going with the slogan, find what fits you.
They've been doing that for a while.
I'm sure some people in the audience are like, you got quadruple XL.
No comment?
I am interested in hearing this podcast. I'm going to check that out when I get a chance. Yeah, we got outside interference. We got tight grabbing. I am still firmly in the camp that I think Edge is winning this match against AJ Styles because somebody else is going to come out and interfere, and it's going to be like, haha, you thought that nobody was going to interfere, but it was only Damian Priest that couldn't do that. I'm assuming that is what happens. And I am
it's Hell in Cell time, baby.
Getting myself geared up to take a screenshot of this.
Why? You don't already have it set up?
Oh, at Hell in a Cell?
Yeah, it's been known that Hell in a Cell was.
Yeah, but I mean the graphic itself.
You right. Hey, send me that screenshot. The Skype thing was in the way.
See, I should have had that ready to go, huh?
Shut up.
It's almost like planning ahead makes sense. An Orton and a Riddle.
They're their mother's failed.
And there's your screenshot. Frankie's in the chat now. What's up, Frankie? How you doing, man?
Hey, Frankie.
Frankie.
So which Uso does he pin?
The one in the red shirt.
I think you're right.
The one that starts with a J and ends in a Y.
They're not doing this now, are they?
I mean, if the lineup continues, it's the main event. I think this is just because it's like part of the way through, and it's remember everybody, this match that doesn't matter is the main event. Fully agree, Marquise. They should get rid of Hell in a Cell. It just doesn't matter anymore.
We've beaten this drum for 10 years.
Yep. Yeah, AJ Styles and Edge again. So that means for anybody who doesn't know the lineup, after this, it's going to be the I Quit match, then Corbin Moss, then 6-man tag.
What? Okay, which match is going to go for 45 minutes?
Probably the I Quit match. Or if we're lucky, they're not going to go for yeah. If we're really lucky, it ends at least in 10:30 instead of 11.
I really miss the pandemic.
In that regard.
Yeah, you know what I mean. Listen,
yeah.
like
I've been reading a lot of comments from people on like different subreddits and stuff being like, man, I miss X and Y about the pandemic. And I'm like, I agree with a lot of these. Like when people are like, man, it was so much easier to drive when nobody was driving around. And it's like, yeah, it's true.
He's going to keep coming.
I love the
beer memes?
The shit on like Botchamania where somebody thinks
where it's just like everything is coming.
I am coming to whatever. And then it's like
he is coming.
That's so great. Botchamania is just fantastic.
Like
I skipped through some of it.
I will become, and it just
it will become. I will become.
I appreciate Edge. Right? Like, he doesn't have to do this. But at the same time, I'm like, it's a bit too much. Like, he suddenly has powers?
Maybe he always had it.
I would have enjoyed a little bit of Red Air Superstar. I understand, like, a lot of that had to do with being a sleazy human being, which you can't be when you're Father of the Year. But, oh, man. I bet you one of AJ's kids is old enough to start training. I feel like he's been a dad for quite a while.
And last time I remember seeing them in some kind of a promo or something, I kind of remember them being like maybe like around 11 or 12 or so. So maybe sometime soon. I am curious to see if we're going to get some other generation kind of thing, like if Triple H and Stephanie's daughters are going to end up being involved or anything.
Well, that firstborn's going to end up in the industry. I think she's wanted to for too long. Because remember, like, what is she now? 16? Like, she was around when Hunter was doing it full time and Grandpa was doing it full time. I like the stable name of Judgment Day.
It's a good way to reuse the trademark.
Do you think that part of this is just like they saw that poster of him for Judgment Day in like 09 and they're like, "You want to just run with this?"
It could be. Or at least it could have been part of the reason why he could have pitched that and been like, I always really like that,
Because like they even used the scale.
Scales, yeah. It could be that, which is like whoever made that poster, give him a little stipend or something.
I would be okay with them not including that. Or just include the "you think you know me." They're really gonna hurt you. Hey, it looks more blue tonight. Or is that just me?
What's that?
It looks more blue tonight, doesn't it?
Oh, it's in blue before?
It ended up being purple. There it is. Okay.
That's good. Carolina Night colors. I'm not too big on the theme. I still think that they should have just kept Etalingus, but
he kept the altar bridge. He looks great. He looks like he's trying.
they're giving him all the accolades too. So Frankie's suggesting Apollo Crews could be the one that joins Edge. I haven't heard that suggestion, but I'd be kind of intrigued. There's something that really needs to change in WWE. You got to stop having everybody use the spear. Edge, Roman, Lashley, Charlotte. Somebody just won a match with it the other night.
Breaker.
It was somebody in, I think, NXT's women's division.
Breaker.
No, the women's division. Somebody won. A woman. Won. I forget if it was like.
That's my favorite line of a movie ever.
Like Tiffany Stratton or somebody I think might have done that. I don't remember for sure. But yeah, somebody else won with that. I'm like, God damn, stop doing the fucking spear.
Quiz. Who was this theme song originally crafted for?
James Storm.
Ding, ding, ding.
And guess 5, the third option in the poll is just a Simpsons joke. For anybody who didn't see it, the poll right now is, should AJ Styles cut his hair? Yes, no, where the ring came off my pudding can.
Take my pen knife, my good man. There you go.
I swear, it's Springfield's only choice.
Were you sent here from the devil?
Nah, I'm on the level. Not quite like Edge with his Luciferian side,
I can't
apparently.
remember what Apu says, but not in your life, my Hindu friend.
Is there a chance the track could bend?
Not in your life, my Hindu friend.
Great song.
Monorail. Main Street's still all cracked and broken.
Sorry, Rob. The match is going. There you go. Let's switch it up.
I like the tights.
My 2 favorite jokes from that episode are...
and Edge is insistent on having her referee every single match he does.
Oh, really?
Apparently, because...
Huh. That's cool.
She's the TLC 3's favorite referee. She was trained by the Dudleys and Edge's favorite referee. Hey, it's Fiend.
Yeah, I was gonna say, quick, somebody go beat the shit out of the Fiend kid. The lights were blue instead of purple, instead of red. There you go. That's the difference.
Is that? I wonder if there's like a signal there.
I'm hoping T-Bar is the one that comes out and interferes for Edge. I think that's one of the only ways we can save his career.
I'm gonna look at the roster and I'll tell you who I think would be a fun. You know, if you want to save Bliss and still have her do the spooky stuff, I'd be okay with it.
5 in the chat says Ryback can redeem himself by taking out Fiend Kid. I don't think that would redeem him at all.
Ryback needs to go away. Isla Dawn would be good with this gimmick, but she's not in America.
I like how that World of Darkness match was, we just changed the lights. Like, yeah, that's what I figured.
That Paige, she's still on the roster, Paige. I really want to see it be a woman. A woman.
I mean, if they do want to throw Rhea Ripley in there, she's big enough that she could do something to Styles and.
You know?
For what, Veer?
Veer. Yeah, I can't think of anyone looking at this roster that's like really like, oh, they stand out outside of the ones we've already discussed.
5 says, yeah, make Bliss a hot emo chick, do it. Marquise, the reference of Babe.
I think, wasn't Bliss already going for the hot emo chick?
Mm-hmm. Kind of, to an extent. Mix between that, Harley Quinn, and.
Well, yeah, that's true. She had a Harley Quinn down.
You know, it's funny how over these years, we've talked about this before on different podcasts, but like Harley Quinn has become this like cult symbol kind of thing. I want to see people start doing that with other ones. Like, I want to see that groundswell of support from women to be like, you know what, I'm going to identify as, and then you just insert another one of the other characters, like Dr. Light.
Like Roxy Rocket.
Yeah.
Is that her name? You know, what about Indy?
Indy Hartwell?
Right? Like, you're not doing anything with Indy. Fucking Indy. Like, I'd be all right with that. I really wanted to see it be a woman. Because, like, what are you going to do? Add Ciampa? I'm like, look, if you add Ciampa, that's fantastic. But, like, I think that there are several girls on the roster that could use the rub.
I just assume if a woman's going to be in that part, it's going to be Rhea.
Corey Graves.
That'd be kind of fun. That'd be fun, having Corey do that. I didn't think about that. Move up Joe Gacy. At this point, I'm honestly writing the Joe Gacy character off as, man, this is Bray Wyatt territory again. And not just for the gimmick itself, but I'm just kind of like, this is a whole lot about nothing. Not loving it.
He didn't have a lot of buzz, did he?
No, but at the same time, it seems like they're
developing the buzz now.
I feel like they're starting at the point of the Bray Wyatt character where I was losing interest. Like, that's where they're starting here, you know?
Mm-hmm.
She was going for the dumb Harley Quinn airhead. I want that Avril Lavigne vibe for Bliss.
Wasn't that what she was doing like before? Like, because she had that sort of, but she's just a goddess.
Was Buddy Murphy a skater boy? Is that why she said "see you later, boy"?
Well, I think he wasn't a skater boy. He's whatever the House of Black. What are they? They're cult like.
House of Black.
Mr. Black. Malachi Black. So far, I like this better than their Mania match.
I think it's about the same. I like when they actually do the rewind like that and you see the people connect. I hate when they speed it up at the last second
on
of
top
it.
Of his head.
Boink.
That's a classic Edge spot. He does that a lot with people. Or he did when he was, full time.
What spot? The one that just happened?
Yeah, the double crossbody.
Yeah. It's a good spot. I miss the double. A few times. I miss the double clothesline that they used to do back in the day.
Well, I think it's like old hat. Like you don't see people like one, and then the people come up. It's like they're getting back on their feet. I still hate the stipulation.
Priest not being ringside?
Yeah, like he didn't need Priest before.
I mean, if this ends with just Styles wins, that's pretty flat. If Edge just wins, pretty flat. Unless somebody interferes and it's some kind of like, that's the big hook and swerve.
So they're both signed to AEW. That's not gonna happen.
That's true. Hook and swerve. There you go. That's a future tag team. Hook and swerve.
We had you hooked and then we swerved you. Hurricanrana.
Solid Hurricanrana.
You can tell like you're wrestling a guy from the mid 2000s when they're like, nah, do the Hurricanrana from the top. Because not a lot of people do that now. I see a lot of running Hurricanranas, but you don't see a lot of like, all right, I'm just gonna put you on the top rope and do that spot, and then we'll go from there.
It's a shame that
2020, did they jump the gun inducting Edge?
Nah. There was no way of knowing that he would end up being able to come back.
That's fair.
Plus, I mean, at this point, you get the intro where he's saying he's a Hall of Famer and everything. It's cool to see a Hall of Famer compete and not be just a big lumbering guy standing there. I think it's a missed opportunity that Edge never named his spear anything. Like he has like the execution and educator and everything. Should have done another one of those. How do you feel about the crossface? How almost like a dozen people have used it since Benoit to try to be like, if we all do it, then it's not a banned move anymore, kind of thing.
Triple H did it.
Triple H, you got the SCF.
Shawn did it.
Shawn did it, yeah. Brian, of course.
Edge is trying to take it for himself.
Pretty simple way to get out of it. Ram his head.
Not successful enough.
Yeah, the cutting edge. That would have been a great one for that if they wouldn't have gone with the talk show.
He's like one of the last guys to like do his moves. Oh, he's gonna. Speaking of Benoit, he's gonna multiple German him. Don't do it.
I was just gonna say we're gonna need another roll up finish. I hope that the people in the crowd got their tickets at a time where they were like, they know what this event's going to be and that they're having fun, and not that they bought it so far in advance that they're like, oh, something big's going to happen, and then they saw what this was.
Well, remember, at one point they were advertising Lesnar for this show.
Mm-hmm. Knee inside of the spear. Had it scouted, as they would say.
Oh, wow. Oh, see, Ricochet used to bounce off that right into the arms of AJ Styles. Edge cannot do that at his age.
The regular Styles clash? Okay. Well, they're gonna. Nah, his feet are facing the outside. No, he just kicks out. Okay. Huh. Alright, didn't see that one coming.
Yeah, because he doesn't usually beat people with the Styles Clash these days. It's usually the forearm, isn't it?
That's such a lame way to end the match, though. It's a phenomenal forearm. That's such a better setup move. It's like Undertaker winning with a choke slam after.
Oh my god.
Is that how they're gonna do this? It's gonna be an even lamer way.
Wait, here comes Balor. Wait, what? Go back. Go back to the guy with the. They're not touching the guys. Don't call for the bell. Uh, 450 landing on your feet, spear. Rhea Ripley.
Nope, there you go. There's the interference.
Rhea Ripley.
Looks like it's Rhea.
It's absolutely Rhea. Please beat him with the crossface. When's the last time somebody won a match with the crossface? Oh, he
Got a sleeper.
got him in the bulldog choke. Guys, she's wearing her pants. She couldn't even be
Yeah.
bothered. And that's the big thing, because Byron said, "Who is he?" It's not a he at all, Byron. Oh.
It's like, oh, look at that. She's wearing the same outfit.
I like the darker hair. What do you think? I like the darker hair.
It works for the character. For my personal taste, not as big of a fan.
I'm pretty sure this is your wife's personal taste.
Yeah, I'm not the same when it comes to that though. No, my wife prefers Sonya Deville over Rhea Ripley.
Really?
Mm.
Because it's. Oh, okay.
The suits or something that she's always like, I want to get a suit like that. I'd like that would look so good and everything. You think WWE is at a point where they're like, hey, can we use as much footage as possible where we don't have the Thunderdome in the background?
Wow, Simone Johnson just tweeted, "At Rhea Ripley, you're living my dream right now, man."
Huh.
I don't know if she just wants to be super goth, or if she's like,
I want to team with
I
Edge.
really want to
Or...
do the Edge.
I'm so curious what the hell's going on with Simone Johnson, because it was like, hey, she signed, and then somewhere along the way, she's injured in some capacity and will be gone for some amount of time. And then that's it. That's all her career has amounted to so far. She gets signed, she gets injured. Question marks. The fuck?
Well, but like Callum had said previously, she's not Fallon Henley. You can't just throw her out there.
So, by the way, Fallon Henley, not a fan of how they're like, you're a horse girl. You know? That's your character. Is that you have a horse. Peter bringing up intergender 6 tag. Edge, Damian Priest, and Rhea Ripley against AJ, Finn, and Liv. Yeah, I could see them doing that.
Yeah, I'm all right with that.
At least they should do that on an episode of Raw. Who do you think's eventually going to get to the point where they cut off Bianca's hair? Some heel has to do that.
I think Bianca seems intent that she's not going to do it. But honestly, you say that out loud, and I think Charlotte gets everything.
Probably, that's true. Hey, you pay for commercials to not be on? Want to watch this commercial instead of the commercial?
During a match where there's like a long entrance break, I'm going to go to the kitchen. I probably should have went after that match, but I didn't know there were going to be 45 commercials.
Yeah.
Another one?
Yeah, another commercial. You got to fill in enough time for probably a 60-second ad kind of thing.
But that's stupid because we're still getting ads.
Yep.
That's not a victory. That is still a loss.
That's what I'm saying. It's if you pay for commercials, we'll give you the commercials instead of the commercials. I'm of that type that I think to myself, hey, how do we incentivize people to want to pay for the non-commercial section. And a lot of people would go, well, if they don't want commercials, and you go, yeah, but that's just taking away and filling it in with something that would also annoy them. Why don't we give them something? Like, why isn't this a backstage segment where it's like a promo instead of a commercial? Where you could go, well, see, you would have seen that if you would have done that. Instead of, hey, you would have seen that commercial for how there's other shows coming up. I don't fucking care, you know?
All right, I'm gonna go get a drink. I'll be back.
Yeah, I'm happy that you guys don't have Peacock over there. You guys have WWE Network proper. Better setup than what Peacock's got. They have gotten better, but then again, it's been a year. So, you should get better over time. What's your excitement level, everybody, for this match? Because, again, I am just not feeling it. I wasn't feeling Ronda Rousey at all this whole year. Like, her coming back for the Royal Rumble. To me, it was just like, I don't really want to see that. Her doing this whole thing with Charlotte Flair. I've seen it before. I don't want to see it again. I honestly don't really care about this match. I think it's got the potential to be the best match that we've seen on this card, but I really don't feel like I need to watch it. 4 out of 100. I'm not that low on it, but at the same time, I'm like, I forget what I gave it on my heat index. I think I gave it a temperate. Just middle of the road, just sort of, it is what it is kind of deal. Agreed, Emilio. Plant kendo stick. First off, it is a plant. It's bamboo. Second off, I'm so sick of kendo sticks. I mean, the match will definitely be better than any of these promos. That's for sure. I always forget about Davari until he pops up. I'm like, oh yeah, he is backstage. Anybody else's feed not come back until after you said quit match? Wish an I love moms sign. Yeah, Gulak's not getting the best thing going on. It is better than nothing. God, I hate when they do Ronda Rousey's makeup like this. I'm not a makeup guy. I don't know anything about it, but I do know something that's bad when I see it. And this eye makeup that they do. I don't understand it whatsoever. 9:30 starting. You figure this is going to be at least 20 minutes long. So we're heading towards 10 o'clock. You add in some more promos. Probably 10 o'clock there. Then you got a half an hour for the other two matches. 10:30. It's 2:30. My soul's leaving my body. Charlotte always has good robes for the most part. That's at least one thing that's positive. So is it wrong that I tend to think if I need to associate an animal with everybody,
I
tend to
chose
go
the right time because she's still walking to the ring.
I tend to go peacock for Charlotte as far as animals go because of the headdress kind of thing she usually has, and not peacock just because she's on it right now.
I like the the hyper gear for Ronda.
I was saying when you were gone, I hate the eye makeup that they always do with her though.
Yeah, I don't get it.
Bodine says she looks like the car wash owner from Breaking Bad. I don't know who that character is. I'm gonna
I think he sent it.
Google.
Well, he sent us something.
Oh, on Facebook. Let me see. Oh yeah. Ronda is a squirrel as far as animals go. Okay, I can see it.
All right, moment of truth then. Does she lose here or does she lose at Hell in a Cell?
Loses here.
Either way, they're going Hell in a Cell, right?
Moment of truth. Pepsi can.
Yep. That's a very random blurb by Pat. Yeah, here's how you say I quit in Spanish.
Stupendous. Let me get my title change thing ready because I have that pre-written.
Yeah, I should probably pre-write this too.
Isn't that stupid? It's like Becky just tweeted, when I was champ, my title was defended on every pay-per-view. I like Becky when she's doing those kind of shots. Do you want Charlotte to get to 17 or to stop at 16?
I'd rather like someone I'd rather Randy break it first, but then I'd rather Charlotte break that. Because either way, I think she's gonna get to 20. You know, because what's she at? Like 15?
No, she's at 13, I think.
If they wanted to count NXT, would she be at 15?
Or she might even be at 12. Forgetting now.
I remember that at one point they were counting NXT, and then at one point they weren't.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm pretty sure if they counted NXT, she'd be at 15.
Probably. Yeah, that was not a good throw.
13. Cole just said it.
13.
Told you. So if she had NXT, she'd already be at 15. So she's gonna get to 20.
Well, Randy's at what, 14?
Randy's at.
I think he and Triple H are at 14.
No, I think Randy's at 15. Cena's at 16. Hunter's at 14.
Double check Wiki right now. Randy Orton has 10 WWE titles and 4 World Heavyweight titles.
All right, so he's at 14. That's what I was
14.
saying.
That's what I was saying.
I know, that's what I was saying. Thank you. I think he's talking.
One of my favorite little stupid things that I had said over the years. I was talking to a friend of mine, and he's like, he sent me a picture of a bird, right? And I forget exactly what the setup for was, but it was something where I was like, oh, that's not a penguin. And he's like, I said that's not a pigeon or something, and then I was like, oh, well, I'm still right. Like, I'm just one of those kind of like, hey, fuck you. But even though what I said doesn't make sense in the way that we were doing it, it's still technically right, so I win. Like, just kind of. On a technicality, that's the best way to win. Yeah, how is this the only title match when you've got 3 champions on the card and you've got just like Belair, she couldn't do it. You couldn't do a United States title match. You couldn't do an Intercontinental title match. You couldn't do this, couldn't do that. Like, come on. It really is in your house Backlash.
Kendo stick. Kendo stick.
Overrated.
Kendo stick.
Yeah, you know why the Kendo stick's been such a huge part of this rivalry? Because it's the only fucking thing you can let them use. Why not change it up a little bit? Have somebody use the, I don't know, fucking. Pipe. Would have to be Ronda because she's, Piper.
Did she get a bigger kendo stick? Oh, she got 2.
Quantity over quality. Now she's gonna do the thing where she's spinning it around.
Okay, that was clever. 2 does beat 1. I like it. Okay, I like it. Picasso.
You were the chosen one, Anakin.
I did like hearing Charlotte Flair say, "Oh shit," as she knew, like, it's over. Go Power Rangers.
Power Rousey or Power Ronda? Which one would it be?
Power Ronda.
The one sign in the crowd said, "This is an 87 Ronda."
This is an 87 Ronda.
Can read the last 2 words.
Yeah, that same guy had the sign about like some like Edge looks like he's on Sega Saturn or something. Couldn't see it.
Cameraman. All right. At least he a little
Caroline
bit of the
posted
camera.
a beautiful picture of the New York City sunset.
Yeah, it was pretty cool. Looked fake.
Those are the best.
Creepy_Caroline. Follow my wife on that, not elsewhere. You know, I'm happy to see that there aren't people just doing I would have just tapped the person on the back. I never understood why people feel the need to do that so much.
Oh, she threw the water in her face.
Pulling a Wendy Chu here.
Now she's doing it. I thought she was going to tap her just because she's there.
Yeah. Trying to. So he could be like, I touched the person.
No, because she could easily touch Charlotte and she's
That's
not.
true. Yeah, but
it's like people respect boundaries all of a sudden.
She's a heel.
Oh, there she had a little bit of Ronda.
Awful.
But it wasn't like how it used to be.
Yeah.
Like people, oh, that guy did it. Oh, didn't Banks beat her like this, didn't she?
Get off your phones, people. Like, watch the thing that's in front of you. Stop recording everything. Nobody's going to watch your video.
Grab the mic and hit her with it. The guy say, hi, Joey. Hey, Jason.
Jason from WCW.
You know, we're like. That kid is like, let's go, right in their face. It would have been awesome if she got her over the head. Charlotte is doing this very well. I enjoy I'm gonna run away. It's another kendo stick, Cole. You saw it. Yeah, I think they should have headlined. What about you? Like, it's the only title match.
It should have been. Give everybody an idea of what that was. The not the rain, but me typing. It's we have a superhero bracket going on in Facebook right now, and a couple of first round things come up. One of them is Wolverine against Robin, and I felt the need to go, well, which Robin? Because I'm like, you know, in the picture it's Tim Drake. I'm gonna vote Wolverine over Tim Drake, but if it's Dick Grayson,
I think I vote everybody over Tim Drake.
It's not Paige's house.
I think I vote everybody over Tim Drake, but if it's Jason Todd, it's a closer vote. If it's Damian, it's probably closer than Jason, and if it's Grayson, then it's probably 51-49, but I still go Wolverine.
I'm curious what everybody else votes for some of these. I'm going Superman over Silver Surfer. I'm going Green Lantern over Green Arrow, I think. I don't know. I'm going to have to wait on that one. Falcon over Hawk Girl. I'm going to go Nightwing over Black Panther. And I'm going to go Thor over Scarlet Witch. And I'm going to go Flash over Groot. Sorry, Groot.
I'm Groot.
Deadpool over Rogue.
So if you had to pick, like, let's say we're doing a dream card, right? And it's Marvel versus DC. Who are you putting against Superman?
Out of the main ones, I'm thinking Thor.
I had a feeling you would say Thor. I'm thinking Hulk. I think I put Hulk against Superman.
He'd beat the Hulk. He'd be Doomsday.
Well, yeah, I mean, he'd beat anyone, but I think in terms of entertaining match, I think Hulk can play to Superman's abilities, and I think they would have a decent exhibition. As if these were real people, but like,
we do have plans to potentially do a mock draft of Marvel and mock draft of DC at some point. Everybody, I've created a list. So what is it do you think results in the I quit here? You think we're getting some kind of bullshit? Because we've gotten bullshit with the other ones.
This.
Doesn't feel like it should end right now.
Okay, there we go. I think if it's a straight up I quit, it's like her arm is caught in a chair or something. And then she does the arm bar.
They've done enough of this kendo stick shit that I'm like, maybe they're gonna factor that in.
If it's shenanigans, I think somebody has a recording of Ronda saying I quit.
Oh, if there's shenanigans, Ronda loses from some kind of bullshit, yeah. And definitely, Frankie, you definitely got to check out the Doctor Strange review.
Now, who would you put against Batman?
You mean who's going to lose to Batman?
Well, yeah, like which Marvel superhero do you put against him?
Reed.
Fantastic?
Mm-hmm.
One-on-one?
Smartest guy in Marvel against arguably the smartest guy in DC.
Okay, who do you put against Spidey?
I know they did Superboy before, but that doesn't make any sense. Spidey. Yeah, that's tough. I don't know. Ask him. Ask him. Ask her. Did Charlotte's diamond things all fall off? I think so, right? Yeah, I think that
Most of
none of
them.
them are gone. Not none of them are gone. I think none of them are still there. She got the ones around her eyes.
I'm gonna say Spidey against maybe Flash.
Nah, Flash wipes the floor with him.
The thing, as much as I like Marvel, the thing is, I think a lot of DC heroes probably do wipe the floor with Marvel heroes.
You'd have to mess around with the idea of like, all right, Spidey sense gives him that extra second, he can get out of the way.
Marvel heroes are too human.
Nah, this isn't ending with this.
I'll pop if it does.
It'd be pretty cool if that's just how it ends, and it's just like, nope, Flair wins. The end. You know.
Was that the first bitch of the match?
First audible one for me, at the very least. It might have been elsewhere.
This is an 87 Ronda. How dare you?
Audience asking, did the Fightful Twitter get hacked?
There was a tweet sent about rubbing the inside of your thigh. I do believe we were hacked. What did I tell you?
Yeah, chair. Oh, there's another bitch.
Told you. Guys, it's like I watch wrestling.
And there you go. Her name is up on the site as the next champion because got that already sorted out. And now we got almost an entire year's worth of who's the next person Ronda Rousey's going to beat.
Ronda faces Bianca at SummerSlam to unify the titles, and then it's Ronda Becky at WrestleMania. I don't know who you go to from Slam to Mania, but
Ronda Rousey defeated Charlotte Flair by submission. Well, by quit. It's a good match.
yeah.
Then again, kind of said that ahead of time of like, well, the match will be good, but everything else is stuff that's not really super fun.
Now does Charlotte escape here, or does Charlotte do Hanzo?
I mean, I would have thought that WrestleMania Backlash would have at least included the Raw Women's Championship, if not more of the belts. And the fact that they didn't even bother to do anything with the other women's title, maybe in their mind. What is this thing?
Oh, Money in the Bank is July 4th. Money in the Bank.
I mean, they had already announced Money in the Bank, right?
Yeah, and it's at Allegiant Stadium.
Garth Brooks.
All right, Cody, you winning this briefcase or what?
I don't think he will.
What did you just say? That's a nice way to say double or nothing, but not really. Is he a gambling problem? Cody Rhodes have a gambling problem, Tony.
You think that he's the one that had been pitching all the double or nothing and betting this and all that?
All in was their idea.
That's true. Maybe it is.
Money in the Bank's on a Saturday, though. How do you feel about that?
Good. Saturday shows are better.
I disagree with that.
Yeah, he did kind of allude to this being like, I made him at a WrestleMania kind of thing.
Yeah, he said WrestleMania, and I'm like, wait, what? That doesn't happen.
This Firestarter thing, I'm not sure. I mean, I'm probably going to check it out, but... Well, you hold down the fort for a second while I make a quick errand. I'll be right back.
All right, so I'm here holding down the fort. Oh shit, it's flying away. No, but so far so good. I'm enjoying the show. How about you guys? How about my fellows, my fellow Smarks? I'm kind of down with the idea of someone like headlining Mania. Marquise, why are you mad? Can you imagine if? Oh, jeez. Can you imagine if we weren't watching this together? You wouldn't be. You wouldn't be watching this at all. You'd probably be asleep. Like that's why I pitched watching it with Tony because I was like, if I watch it by myself, I'm gonna be scatterbrained. And with Tony gone, we now have classic Rob. Rob, so you believe there is a labor crisis today? Um, I think we can always be improving everything.
So did I miss Jinder Mahal's babyface turn?
You did,
Son of a
and
bitch.
you missed Face's turn too.
Catch
I'm
up
gonna
on this chat
rewind real
here.
quick to hear Cody's promo because he mentioned Mania.
All right. Meantime, I will check what the chat has been up to. Did he just say one superstar? Okay, there's that. Hasn't killed me, so that's good, I guess. What's what hasn't killed you yet?
In terms of just the show.
Oh. I'm glad the watch along is fun. I mean, I don't know if we could potentially do this on a more regular basis, but it's a possibility. Try to play
It's
around with
definitely
it,
a possibility.
especially for like a weaker show or something. It's a good thing that they don't have that fallopian tube trophy anymore. I don't know why I thought that that was a good enough design for that WrestleMania Women's Battle Royal. Like, you couldn't have thought of any better design than that to not make a joke out of what the women are doing. Still think it should have been the China Memorial Battle Royal.
Huh. That's interesting.
What's he say?
Cody Rhodes said one lucky male and female will win the chance to main event WrestleMania.
Huh.
Imagine if they just did away with WrestleMania like that. They went the Royal Rumble like that.
They're just like, hey, in a couple months. Because it's way too early for that to happen. Underrated. I want Baron Corbin to win a world title at some point.
All he has to do is change the gimmick.
Man, they really got to get him out of these fucking suspenders.
Yeah. It doesn't make any sense anymore. Like, wear regular gear. You're not with the guy that's wearing the goofy gear. I think Corbin should grow out a beard and add some intensity. Oh, he kicked him in the inner thigh.
Is that what that Twitter account's going to be talking about?
Potentially.
I think he means WrestleMania SummerSlam. Yeah, that's how it might be. Clash at the Castle. Clash at the Castle. What's the name of this referee?
I believe it's Jason Ayers. Look that up. Ayers.
Oh, it's his real name, or is that his gimmicky
I have
name?
no idea. Just
If WWE approached me and I'm a referee and they're like, "Hey, we need to give you a gimmick name because you can't just be your regular self as a referee," first off, I'd be like, "You got to be fucking kidding me." Second, I'd be like, "All right, what pun of referee or official or something like that can I do?"
I would just be like, okay, my name is Reed, and I'm Reed the ref.
I think I'd go with something about Jeffrey because it's close to the
Jeffrey the
referee.
referee.
Yeah. Good on Pat McAfee for just calling attention to that.
What did he call attention to? I had the sound down.
He's like a woman in the front row hammering a beer. Just said, "You suck." Like, "Fuck you, Corbin. I don't like your ass." Kind of thing. Well, we're at 10:04. This match isn't ending until probably closer to 10:15. And then hopefully it's not some 30-minute long 6-man tag.
Well, allow me to play the role of Callum here and say Roman Reigns' entrance will be 20 minutes of that. So we need to do a movie watch along because it's been a while.
Yeah, it's been a little too long. What do you think, guys? What should we do the next one of those for whenever the hell we get an opportunity to do that?
I want to do. We did all the Batman animated ones, didn't we?
So. Do a Serbian film. I'm curious, what do you guys think would be the worst movie to do a watch along for whatever reason? Maybe it's like it doesn't lend itself to being a watch along, or it's just like, goddamn, that's so goddamn depressing. Like
the Deer Hunter,
like Life is Beautiful or something, you know, like.
Well, you advised me to watch Glenn Ross.
Glengarry Glen Ross is such a fucking good movie. But yeah, that wouldn't lend itself to that because it's just dialogue and it's just like, that line's funny. They're talking about real estate. Schindler's List. We were talking during Schindler's List. Rob sent me a message earlier today of on Instagram saying this is totally you, and it was the part from Seinfeld of the anybody can take the reservation.
Holding it.
Holding it's the problem.
And that's so you.
Yeah, I was like, I fucking agree. Like, yeah, it's just...
I know what a reservation is. I don't think you do.
Yeah.
There's a lot of Seinfeld that I watched and I go, that's just Tony.
Yeah.
Like I think I'm George.
The older I get, the more that I agree with George. It's funny.
I think you would be Tony. You'd be Tony. You'd be Jerry. I'd be George. I think Cal would be Elaine, if we're just being honest.
Drew is Kramer.
Yeah.
American History X, yeah, another movie that's really not a good watch along. Oh, what's the sign say? The most epic match since...
God, stop. Go back to that guy. Stop cutting away from him.
I know, they moved it so goddamn fast, it's hard to tell. I don't think people in the chat had answered my question earlier. What's your go-to donut?
What's your go-to donut?
Back in my area in New Jersey, my go-to donut, if I had the opportunity at this one Amish market, was a peanut butter whipped filled chocolate covered one.
That sounds delicious.
It was fucking amazing. But if I'm gonna just grab a regular donut, I mean, you can't go wrong with the chocolate frosted. It's one thing.
To be clear, chocolate frosted is much better than a chocolate donut. I like chocolate, but chocolate donuts don't typically.
Most of the time, yeah. It kind of depends, though. I mean, some places, like Dunkin' Donuts, they don't really have a good dough. The cakier donuts are better from them. Blueberry donut from Dunkin', I agree, Emilio. That is the best one from Dunkin'.
I was just told the cornbread one from Dunkin' was actually pretty decent.
I didn't even know there was a cornbread one. My favorite line from the movie Life. You gonna eat your cornbread? Good movie. Frankie votes for just regular chocolate or vanilla with frosted, vanilla frosted with sprinkles. You got a Boston cream vote. Marquise.
Right on. So no surprise, but now I want a donut.
That was a slow 3 count. It's 1, 2. Okay, it's an earful. See, I'm not a Boston cream guy. I don't really like the filling all that much, but I respect it.
Remember those Hostess commercials? Where's the cream filling? That's like I was telling you earlier, where like I don't mind being sold something, but sell me something. You know what I mean? Like with this card, they're just like, oh, it's so. Really? He won with a sunset flip?
Oh, so now you're a little bit ahead of me.
He won with a sunset flip? Whatever, bro.
Man, I am not a fan of how they're just like, and this card doesn't matter, so it's a fucking sunset flip.
Like legit, a sunset flip. I almost typed 2021.
I've been doing that a lot recently.
Why?
I don't know.
You want to go? You want to get married twice again?
I don't want to pay for it and plan it, but
Yeah, I was gonna say I don't think you do.
fully agreed, Frankie. Jelly donuts? No, fuck them.
I think that's like a great stereotype, but like I would never eat a jelly donut. Like I feel like that's like the Homer donut, right?
Well, he's got the like the strawberry frosted kind of thing.
But they're also jelly filled, are they not?
I don't think so. I think they got the hole in them.
Hmm.
How is there not a donut emoji?
There is.
Not according to my search on here on YouTube. Ah, there it is. All right. For some reason, it doesn't pop up under that. There you go. There's the donut. Adding it to the crowd. Now I'm curious, Marquise. You say jelly donut slaps. Are you a fan of blueberry pie, apple pie, etc.? Because it seems like almost everybody that I know that likes jelly donuts are a big fan of pie. I am not a big fan of pie or jelly donuts. I think that it's a common factor kind of thing. Unless you prove me wrong and you're like, I fucking hate it. Then that'll be the next mystery on this, the next edition of Snack Talk live watch along. Yep. See, absolutely. I know it's a thing. It's something about the jelly more than anything else that it's give me like a chocolate pie over that or like a coconut cream pie. Not in the face though. There was some kind of an American Pie joke here that I can make. I think I'll keep it a little PG and say I'm a big fan of Shannon Elizabeth.
Austin Hannigan, bud.
There's a Web Better Dead scenario. Hell's door opens. See if I can get an even better screenshot this time. Nope. Just as good. See the girl behind McAfee.
Is that the blonde?
Yeah, she was just like, had her tongue sticking out, just like, bleh. And now she's doing yeah. This is also the type of thing where I'm like, all right, we spent months dealing to this point, just repeating the same crap or whatever. And now that I watched this here, like the match was good, but fuck, I do not feel like watching a recap of this tomorrow night and another one on Friday.
Question: do you think they're just going to announce Omos out right now?
But like Flair goes, I'm going to get my title back at Hell in a Cell.
Like they're just going to go breaking news. Charlotte gets her rematch.
I don't think so.
If I was them, I'd write Charlotte off for a bit.
I mean, I think Charlotte is going to be taking some time off for sure.
Because absence makes the heart grow fonder, bud.
And they don't have to worry about what to do with her, which she doesn't in the title picture because they never know what to do with her.
Oh, she's Triple H.
An update on Charlotte Flair. Let's see.
What the fuck does that even mean?
The radius?
What the fuck?
What?
Thank you, Pat. Thank you, Pat. Thank you, Pat.
Yeah.
Thank you, Pat. Fuck.
Pat McAfee coming in and fucking saving the day again right there because that was awkward as all hell. Suffered a fracture of the radius.
That's one of those weird, like, we're not insulting their intelligence, pal, by saying they're hospitalized. It's just a fracture of the radius. So she broke her arm?
When is Hell in a Cell? How many weeks?
June 5th.
So we got a month. They might play into the whole like she's not ready to go back at that time. Maybe she pops up a week of or something.
Well, she's not Bridget Jensen over here.
We don't know that.
Well, fair enough.
I mean, that might just be a way for them to be like, look, we're only going to do one women's match on the. You know, what if this is conspiracy theory time. What if the reason why they didn't bother to put any other championship on here is because their game plan is quite literally, we need to train the audience that only one of the world titles on a pay-per-view is okay. And if we had the women's championship, but we have the Roman Reigns tag team match and he's on there, even if he's not defending the title, then that's still okay. It doesn't matter that we didn't have the Raw Women's Championship. What if they really plan on doing at Hell in a Cell? It's Roman Reigns defending, and that means we don't need the Raw or the SmackDown Women's Championship. Or at least if we have the Raw Women's Championship, we don't need the SmackDown one. If we come back to this in a couple months,
I'm okay with that.
And it ends up being that they only had one title defense at the next 2-3 events, except for SummerSlam, and they're like, well, SummerSlam is a stadium show and whatever. I don't like that.
I'm okay with that. But they need to do a better job of educating the audience.
They need to do a better job of filling it out with the rest of the card that makes sense, though. That's the thing. Because to me, I am not interested in going back to an era where one match is the only thing that matters on a pay-per-view, and I got to watch 4 hours to go through one title match. And the rest is just garbage like this one is.
Now, it's worth noting, because Callum did say this before, how, like, oh, well, since the dawn of time, pay-per-views have been built around one match. And I understand that, I do. But they're not even doing that here. They're doing, like I was saying to you earlier, well, you understand that it's a B pay-per-view, right? So you understand that it doesn't really matter if we have titles on the line because it's a B show. Come on, we're not insulting your intelligence. You're intelligent. You know, and it's like, I want to feel like, oh man, I don't want to miss Backlash. You know what I mean? Like,
right. Thank you to Marquise for the super chat. $2. For no reason. Not for no reason. Put a smile on my face.
You gonna give me that $1, Tony?
I'll give it to you metaphorically. Hey, how did we lose all the viewers for a moment there? We went down to 0, it told me. Then we're climbing back up to 4 right now. Huh.
Bullshit. You hear that shit?
What did he say?
Moments are my favorite things in this industry.
Who said that?
Apparently that's what Drew McIntyre thinks.
Moments are my favorite part.
Is RK Bro the best thing that's ever happened? Like,
not ever.
it's like so. This isn't supposed to be a thing. It was just supposed to be Randy Orton against Braun Strowman.
I am curious if the game plan was to do like a very, very quick tag team. Because I mean, we've been saying from the very start of them becoming a tag team, it was like, all right, well, they're going to split up and Randy Orton's going to turn on whatever. But I'm curious, like, when they wanted to originally pull that trigger on that. Marquise, I prefer Mel Gibson's Highlander over Drew McIntyre's. There's funny, there's on the documentary material for Star Wars Episode 1, there's a bit where Ewan McGregor is getting his hair cut for the Obi-Wan part. And it's stuck with me all these years for some reason, where he says, when they're about to cut it, he's like, oh, this really thick Scottish hair. Then he just goes, Highlanders. And it's, I mean, we're talking 1999 is when that movie came out, so I've probably watched the DVD material of 2001 or so. And it's for 20 fucking years. I can't think of the word Highlander without thinking of Ewan McGregor getting the goddamn haircut. So dumb how things stick in your head like that. By the way, I hate the, let's use bugs this time. Let's use giraffes this time.
I think he's a grasshopper because he smokes grass. I assume like they put some effort into it. So let's talk more about this Roman Reigns saying he's going to Hollywood thing. Well, he didn't actually say that. I saw a lot of websites be like, Roman Reigns says he's leaving WWE. And all he actually said was, I'm entering a new phase in my career. I don't know if I'll ever be back here again. I think it's reverse psychology. I think it's them trying to be like, get them to come to the house shows by saying that you don't know when the last time you'll come to Trenton is.
That way, like, the story goes around. You don't know if Roman Reigns is going to be around by the next time.
Because they got picked up immediately. You know how this works now. It's not like house shows are, completely viewerless.
Mm-hmm.
As soon as he got that promo, people had posts up. I'm going with that because I don't want to believe that Roman Reigns is out the door. Because, like, yeah, okay. He's been there for 10 years, right? So much of that time was spent trying to get him to this point.
Mm-hmm. He finally did it, then it's like, all right, well, see ya.
And now he's like, oh, well, I'm leaving because, and, like, in fairness, yeah, he has headlined WrestleMania 5 times. Like, he's done a lot. But he's finally just getting there. What does that sign say? Roman gets
mad when you throw in Street Fighter. Yeah, I agree with Frankie. If the Rock match happens at WrestleMania, they'll probably be like, all right, that's the end of this whole big experiment, but we'll have you popping up here and there and you don't have to work as much. But then again, I don't think that The Rock wins that match at WrestleMania either if he goes in with any kind of championship. But I'm still I'm very much looking out for this potential Money in the Bank. You beat Roman. Oh, well, you only won one of my titles types of things.
So Drew McIntyre did openly say, like, well, because he said he prefers separated champions. He's like, well, if we're going to have the roster separated, then the belt should be separated too. But He did say somebody should beat him for one of those titles.
Hmm.
At the same time, he's saying that to a news outlet. So what kind of power does he have, you know?
Right. But it's still, I mean, it's something to latch on to. I'm expecting Roman to defend the title at Hell in a Cell and not at Money in the Bank, and then to do it again at SummerSlam.
I think he defends back-to-back at SummerSlam and Clash, and then maybe again at the Saudi show in October.
Right.
And then he won't defend at Survivor Series, and he won't defend in December.
Yeah, and then day one, I don't know. Royal Rumble, I don't think so.
I think he'll do day one in Rumble. He won't do Chamber, and then he'll do Mania. Wow, we just did the whole year.
Well, the difference is who do you pick for those 4 matches, right? You know that McIntyre is going to be one of them.
McIntyre will get 2 of them. Cody will get 2 of them.
I don't think Shinsuke will get one.
He's still kind of pushing for it. He could get one on SmackDown.
Rock winning the Rumble is something that I feel we're not going to have any indication before until after Survivor Series. Because it's a good chance that they just go, we have The Rock come in and win it. That'll be the most interesting thing. Or if we don't have the double champion thing, then whoever wins for the other championship kind of deal.
So we have an update from Fightful Select that basically says Charlotte's injury is kayfabe. She's taking time off.
So the radius is fine.
What about the circumference, then?
Yeah.
And how's her diameter?
I was just going to go with something about diameter. I couldn't formulate it yet.
So is this where Bayley comes back just so she can go, Ronda's never faced me. Ding dong.
Could be.
Like, Ronda comes out on Friday and is like, who's next? And then she gets hit in the back with a chair. And Bayley just goes, ding dong.
Hey, with the way that they fucking had Lacey Evans, where they're like, Lacey Evans wants you all to cheer for her. It was like, is she a goddamn heel now? What the hell?
Show the proper respect, Tony.
Yes,
Did Randy Orton go for the sword? Randy Orton went for the sword.
Wouldn't blame him.
Why is there a holder for the sword?
It's a sheath.
Tony.
I absolutely hate that they call the one move the floating bro. That's not a pun or anything.
The brooding flow, you know what I'm saying?
Like the bro Derek is bad enough as it is, but see, that's why you got that sword over there, all enclosed. Almost popped up.
Why is it there? Why are they doing this whole Randy Orton's never had friends? He's had friends. Why are they doing this?
Yeah, he just loses to friends. It's a word people don't use all that much. Zilch. I'm using that in an article right now. For that matter, I don't remember the last time I heard somebody say nada.
Yes, you do.
No, I don't.
Who's hotter than Top Dollar?
Oh, that's right. Not nada. Well, we found that out. That was wrong. That would be funny as all hell, as if he pops up somewhere and he's bottom dollar. He's like, well, I used to be at the top of the business. They dress him up as a plant. He becomes Dollar Tree. That's what we need in this match, is to stall more. It does bug me when people are like, "Oh, we're so excited to see it." And it's like, you've seen this match. You know? The cynic in me is just like, what the hell are you excited about? You saw it like 4 other times.
They haven't fought since Survivor Series 2 years ago. Who's laughing like that?
I think it's Heyman.
Yeah, I think that was him.
I know. It must have been Pat McAfee. Oh, that was almost bad. Yeah, Marquise, man. I mean, I wish they would have made this winner take all. That would have at least mattered, right?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, and then it gives credence to stupid reports like, well, they never had any plan to unify the titles. Bullshit.
Yeah, they had the plan to do that, but they didn't have it like early in the game. It was just like something to do. They probably were like jumping the gun, and then they eventually decided, oh, there's problems that we don't want to do that with, and then backtracked again. Because apparently you can't really plan more than a week's worth in advance these days. Or the reality of it, you can, but they don't want to. Christmas in the chat. When I heard it wasn't winner take all, I almost canceled Peacock. This isn't even worth $10. Darkcast gives me much better content. I'm glad that you feel that way. Darkcast stuff. We got to figure out what we're gonna do. 20. We got to figure out what we're gonna do for the Darkcast for this setup.
Well,
what ideas do you guys have for that? By the way,
maybe we'll do it right after this. Who the fuck knows? Like,
do you like more when we do the Darkcast thing of just like on a whim we just start recording things, or do you like more when we kind of have a dedicated segment, or what do you think? Let me know.
You want us to watch something? Pat McAfee is really good.
Can you tell the Usos apart?
Yes, one of them. They look much different now. That's Jimmy.
I can't remember who's who though. So
Jimmy
whenever
is
it's
the one that typically wrestles in shirts now. Jay is the one that has the mullet and wrestles without the shirt. And if you can't remember that, Jimmy's got the like half head, whereas Jay has the little bit of red at the back of his head.
Gets 5 in the chat. Another Wrestling is 2020. We don't have a game plan for the main event for this week either. So maybe we'll do a Wrestling is 2020. Nana loves Drew.
Lana?
Nana in the crowd.
Oh, like, is she cheating on Rusev?
So I have not been paying attention to what the potential points would have been for the fantasy league on this. I don't remember who's got who.
It's harder because we have the whole roster now. So I'm just like, I'm waiting for Callum to go. And Rob's winning. And I'd be like, yep.
You
Shout
could
out
tease
to him though. I am not kidding when I say like when he does those things, I just want to pay him to organize my life because he's really organized.
Guess why it says you could tease a unification with another podcast and just not go through with it. Seems to be all the rage. Ad free shows. There you go. At the end of the day, who do you think is going to end up being viewed as the better tag team, New Day or the Usos?
I think the Usos. I think it's just in their blood, like because the New Day, as good as they are, will always be the coming together of 3 singles guys.
I kind of think it's going to be like an asterisk about the New Day. It'll be like, oh, well, they're a trio. They're a faction. They're not a tag team. That kind of deal.
And those are just such a good team. And I'm really happy for them because there was a point, man, where it seemed like they weren't going to get many opportunities.
I'd like to see them eventually go back to doing the Siva Tao just for like a special event.
With the bro kick, not the brogue kick, but the bro. Clever, clever. I like it.
Hmm.
Why are they doing this like Roman's afraid of him? You could be doing so much better with this. Go ahead and make my day. They've been doing that a lot more lately.
You know what?
The whole exchanging blows thing. Because for a while, I think that was like a no-go because they weren't like putting their hands up and blocking.
So, Frankie, you want him Riddle to be a pushed up bro instead of a pushed up bro?
Is he a push-up bro instead of a push-up bra?
It's literally what I just said.
Oh, well, there you go.
Literally, he just repeated the exact same thing. All right, McIntyre, grab the sword. Use it.
Why is the sword's there for a reason? Someone's getting hit with that sword.
Yeah, he usually keeps the sword there.
Is he really?
Mm-hmm.
I don't pay attention then. Oh, it's not even nicely held. It's like protruding. You could throw it into the sword. Do it.
Keep forgetting that I should mute myself when I'm typing.
What? What are you doing? Get bro kicked. Go back to the show. So
I was just gonna say, I'm surprised there hasn't been more ambulances and stuff yet tonight. And now we're getting one.
honestly, I'd prefer Randy to get the pin. I'd like to see Randy versus Roman. It's been a while. When's the last time they had a singles match?
It's been a while. I don't remember. I'm assuming that they get an RKO, but that Drew still gets a Claymore for the win.
If Roman wins, he's pinning Riddle. If Drew wins, he's pinning Jimmy.
I think if Roman wins, he's pinning Orton. But I think that Drew is pinning one of the Usos.
Here. Okay.
There's your RKO.
Jesus Christ. Orton is so over.
He's so good at doing the RKO. Just hit him with another RKO.
That's a good stop. Because I was like, okay, Orton just pinned Uso.
Did not expect 2 RKOs like that. That was good.
Kate Hensler or Kate Elizabeth just tweeted, imagine if the titles were on the line for this. Yeah. Because it's a good match and we knew it would be.
It's just a good match for a thing that you don't need to watch.
The whole show to me, like a 6 out of 10, or 3 out of 5, you know? Like it's a good show. Nothing you need to go back and watch.
It is completely superfluous to have seen it. But I
But it's
typed
good.
this out for EWN and I said, if you have never watched wrestling before, you probably enjoyed the hell out of this. Or for somebody more that's been around the block, you know, it's just like, yep, seen it before, don't need to do it.
If the titles were on the line or a title shot was on the line or something, this would be huge. Like, this would be great.
Yeah, I mean, if these titles were up for grabs, forget about it. This crowd would be going ballistic right now. That was a good little movement. Floating bro. I hate that they call it that.
I hope Randy Orton never. I'll say this: like Randy Orton's so good at this. I think he's part of the reason the match is succeeding. I'd have been pissed if it ended like that.
They got a "This is awesome" chant out of the crowd. I mean, that they're gonna go up. See, this is a successful pay-per-view. We don't have to put any more effort into it.
Hey, listen, if you're there though, if you're there, it is awesome. Like they're giving the live crowd their money's worth. It just doesn't mean that we didn't sit through months and months of a shitty build.
All the more reason again to say, if you don't watch anything but the pay-per-views, you are far better off.
And also, I said months and months. I meant weeks and weeks.
Remember when Monday Night
Time is
Raw used to
relative.
be like must-see TV? Because
Yeah.
Raw was where like interesting shit happened.
Oh, and they're gonna give the people the tables.
My pencil's gone.
You haven't taken a note since you worked. Give us a kiss.
Couldn't do a shield bomb. You're
Rock
Nagi.
bottom. I mean, good for the main event for giving people a main event. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Like this is something I would definitely say.
They didn't phone it
If,
in at all. That's for
if this
sure.
was back in the days of like downloading individual matches, I'd say Guy Ring at this one. But in this case, I'd say watch Cody, watch I Quit, and watch this.
Honestly, at this point, I would say you didn't need to watch any of it.
You didn't need to, but if you're like a wrestling fan who wants to see something,
If you're somebody
this
who
is a
you
match
put
that would
more
suit.
value in matches than the overall picture, then you probably enjoy it. But yeah.
Oh fuck!
Oh, that was almost bad.
Hold you. What did I tell you?
Hmm.
Like I booked these finishes.
I guess that's just their way of dragging it out a little bit more too. That way it could be like, oh, you won, whatever, but then McIntyre has to earn the title match.
That was a great RKO. So my issue with this does nothing for me to say. Drew McIntyre needs a one-on-one match.
That's what I'm saying. Like maybe they, in their mind, they're like, oh, then we could spend the next 4 weeks with Drew McIntyre earning his title shot. And
hell of a match.
So right now, my Peacock feed just refreshed itself, and suddenly the feed went to a much better quality. I'm like, really? Now?
Good
Are they
match.
missing the Raw Tag titles?
What?
Wait a minute, I'm blanking out. I'm thinking that they won the titles.
Yeah, they didn't win anything.
And a brain fart of just like, oh, I'm trying to give more value to this. It's boss time.
Like, that's absolutely how I would have done it, though. I told you Riddle will get pinned by Roman Reigns. I just think that the tag title should have been on the line.
So, I mean, that's WrestleMania Backlash. It's a couple good matches if you shut your brain off and you forget that leading up to it was a waste of time, and then some other matches that are a waste of time. And you're going to get all of your recap tomorrow on Raw for the stuff that they care enough about to continue going forward with. Basically,
where do you think they go from here?
I think that half of these matches continue and they just do them again. And I think that the other half of the feuds that are going on, they end some of them and they continue some of them to drag that out into Hell in a Cell. I think at this point they're looking at a 2 to 3 match Hell in a Cell card and going, well, I mean, we'll continue with the rest of them. So like Edge and Styles, we could either do that there or we don't have to. That kind of thing.
What do you put inside Hell in a Cell? Like, if you're to tell you, all right, here you go, that's Backlash, but what are we doing inside the cage?
I mean, they're seemingly not doing Flair and Rousey. I don't think that there's any justification to go back to the Becky Lynch thing without it seeming like you're just saying Asuka's not worth it. So nobody really for Bianca, because Bianca and Sonya should not be in Hell in a Cell.
No, I don't think she goes inside the cage.
I think it needs to be Roman and Drew. Just do it.
I think Seth and AJ. Did I say Seth and AJ? Sorry.
Yeah.
Edge and AJ. Seth and Cody may, if Cody's just like, hey, I have a bucket list and Hell in a Cell is on that list. Well, no, he did Hell in a Cell, never mind.
Yeah, I think that that's way far off from being a Hell in a Cell match. And I don't want to see another Cody and Seth match right now. Like, despite the fact that they know how to work a good match, I just don't want to see it again. I don't like reruns like that. I didn't want
to see it at Backlash. I thought, like I said on Wednesday, I think it should have been moved to Kevin.
Yeah.
I'm good if I never see Riddle and Moss and Corbin.
Yeah, me too.
I want to see the tag title unification because you promised it. Regardless of what you think about unification concept, I want to see it because you promised it. I would do Roman and Drew inside the cage. Seth and damn it, I keep doing that. Edge and AJ inside the cage. And fatal 4-way for the Raw Women's title. And then I think that's it. Like, maybe women's tag titles? Just to be like, Sasha's a big star. You should be trying to get her on the card.
Well, never mind. They're getting her on SmackDown, and
I don't know. Why are they making it seem like that's such a big deal? Like, all of a sudden, these companies are like, well, we want the exclusive rights to. Like, wouldn't you just be like, well, if all the shows just get all the stars, don't we all win?
I think it's a pissing contest. I think it's quite literally, we want the big stars. We don't want the other one to. And then they go, well, you got to share. And then they go, well, we want these ones. Because I don't think that a lot of people these days understand the idea of mutual benefit. I think that they think everything is, you got to fight for it and you got to screw the other person over.
WWE wins. You as their partners win.
Yeah, that's logical though.
Like, and I get that there's probably something like, well, no, we need to be better than USA because they're our rival network. But it's like, if you have a shared partner in WWE, you should be, good with.
I think.
Hey, everybody gets Roman.
I think if you hooked a lie detector, and if they actually really worked, up to an executive at Fox, for instance, or vice versa for USA, and you said to them, look, would you rather have that your show gets a big boost and USA gets a big boost for WWE, and overall WWE becomes a far bigger entity? Like, there's this attributed number to it. Let's say you get a 5 and they get a 5 and WWE comes out with a 10, and that'll potentially make your 5 grow. Or you get a 6 and USA gets a 2. I think that they'd go, we'd rather have the 6.
Yeah, but then we're only getting an 8.
Yeah. I think that they would be like, but we got a 6, we got an extra +1.
No, but then
I'm not justifying it.
All the way around. Like,
I'm not justifying it saying that I would do it. I'm saying that I think that that's how a lot of people think. Because there are a lot of people out there that really think if they hoard money from other people, that means that they're better, even if they would potentially succeed more with whatever, just because they have that extra pedestal. Like, they would rather be less successful and higher up in front of somebody rather than more successful if other person was closer to the same bracket that they were,
I hate this line of thinking.
It's just a fact of how some of these people are, though. Like, there's so many people in the world that think that way. Look at we don't need to get in politics, but yeah, I think that there's a certain pissing contest that comes to that. And, certain people, when they're doing their little dick measuring contests, they'd rather have a 4-inch dick if the other one's got a 0-inch one, just so they could be like, I'm 4 inches bigger, even if the alternative could have been you both have an 8-inch,
No, I don't, because it doesn't make any sense logically. Like,
yeah,
it's kind of goes back to what I was telling you before of like, I really feel like they're too comfortable with everything. They're too comfortable being like, well, that was Backlash, and hey, the matches were good, and hey, it was only Backlash.
You know how when certain people, when they get older, they just have zero fucks anymore? And they'll just be like, I'm going to say the racist stuff that I've been putting aside for years, or I'm going to wear terrible clothes because I don't care what people think and all that. I think WWE is kind of at that stage where they're like, we're just doing it. It doesn't matter.
That's a terrible way to think. Like, I wanted to give us this watch along because I said, if we wait until the end of the show, we're gonna be miserable, and we're just gonna be so like angry at everything and want to just do it in 20 minutes. But now we give you value.
Marquise says, I think Tony's onto something. I think people do think like that. They would rather be surviving enough than to try and be the best that they can be. Yeah, that's another thing. But I mean, I am looking at this pay-per-view at the very least as, look, some of the matches were kind of fun. Honestly, I feel like if I could go back in time and not watch that, I don't think I would have been really missing anything.
Right, but I also feel like they gave us enough to where, okay, I feel at least a little glad that I did. You know what I mean? Instead of just like, oh man, that could have ended in a DQ, and they could have just been like, well, it's chaos here, and isn't that great?
Yeah, I could have been worse for sure. Yeah.
Like I said, the quality of the main event really did change my opinion because they could have phoned it in. You know? Realistically, they did not have to try that hard.
Did they try hard?
The main event people, yeah.
Or are they just that talented that they didn't really have to try that hard for it?
Or are you saying like they don't know how to not try hard?
Yeah, that they're just inherently like, well, of course I'm gonna go and do a decent match. I'm doing my job, you know, that kind of thing.
Right, but if we could apply that philosophy to the creative, you know what I mean? I think we need to, the creative and the wrestlers need to reverse work ethics.
No, they need to match work ethics again. You don't need to flip it and have the matches suck.
I don't want to see, I don't need to see 30-minute matches on Raw. I'd be all right with them phoning it in a little bit on Raw. And then get to the pay-per-view, and then it's a banger. But with the creative, I need them to like treat everything like it's huge.
Well, what is huge is my thanks to you all for listening to this watch along and joining us for this, because if you wouldn't have been here, I mean, wouldn't have been as fun. And we might do another one of these going forward. I don't know. I mean, I had fun doing it, so
maybe for Hell in a Cell. Like, it depends. Maybe for Hell in a Cell.
Kind of depends on the workload that we got going on and everything. I know that I currently have 3 more articles that I have to do before I have to go to bed, but I'm not at all tired right now, so that's not all that shocking. It's only 11 o'clock. But yeah, I mean, if we get to a point where we can do this more often, then we'll definitely try to play around more with that. Instead of doing a post show, we'll do more during shows. And if you like it better, let me know. If you don't like it better, let me know that as well. Always take that into consideration.
We won't waste our time.
Yeah, you know, if more people are like, damn it, you know, a 3-hour post show to listen to afterward, I couldn't really do that. And at this point, if you are listening to it, then you listen to the whole thing, so you're awesome. But I don't know what we're going to do for the main event for this next week. I don't know what we're going to do for the Darkcast for this month. Figure that out. We'll let you know. We got the hot tags coming up after whatever the main event is that we decide to do. And I don't know. Mayday is a pretty cool Bond villain. So we're in May. There you go. There's some James Bond talk in there.
Big fan of Mayday. Big fan of Mayday.
I'm happiest in the saddle. And I hope you guys are happy too. If you want to follow anything else we got going on here, of course, you can follow Smark Moment all over the place at Smark Moment. Hit up to Patreon, hit that join button, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button if you haven't done that already. Ring that little notification bell, hit the thanks button. Thank you for the super chat again, Marquise. And thank you to any sponsor type stuff that we got going on. Thank you for any support, any stuff you pick up on the merchandise shops and TeePublic and Redbubble. Thank you if you do check out fanboysanonymous.com and you follow and like and share all those things that are over there. Patreon and everything too as well. TeePublic, Redbubble, blah, blah, blah. And follow me at Tony Mango and check out everything else that I got going on. But check out what Rob's got going on as well.
Yep, you know the drill. Follow me everywhere at Dude Felice. And come say hey. You know? Let me know that you're following me. And then we'll see what happens next. This was good. I hope next week is good and the weeks just get better.
That's all we can hope for, right? We hope that you guys have a great day, great tomorrow, whenever that is. I don't know when you're going to be listening to this. A great whatever day is coming up next for you. We'll see you next time, everybody. But for now, this has been another Smark Out moment, and we are being counted out.